Oh, good evening, everyone. GTCA Turkey Day race at a Cup Porsche Cup race, and I got sitting beside me here, or on the earpieces, is Ward,
What's
and
up?
we're gonna go ahead and do our commentary on this hour-long event at Autopolis International Racing Course. And here we go. Press and play. Oh my God, I pressed the wrong button. We don't want to do that. All right, here we go. Press play.
All right. So what kind of start we get here?
And we're off.
All right. First corner's a doozy. See how everybody does through there. Looks like we're good and smooth. No problems from anybody.
So far, so good. Everybody makes it around into turn one. Ward's in the lead. Tango second. Let's quit sitting in third for a moment.
Pulls out to the inside. It's going to take the inside of the corner here. Stay side to side, good and clean.
That tight hairpin right-hander, or left-hander, excuse me. I don't know my lefts and my rights tonight.
Yeah, you know, some days it's just that way. Good clean pass by Tango. Was able to turn some fast lap times, man. He does a good job.
Yeah, he was. He wasn't. I should say wasn't too bad in practice. We did pretty good. Obviously, started second place in the race, so he did good quality.
Squints off the track. And went from third to eighth just like that.
It don't take much, man. It don't take much.
No.
Sadly enough, this when you go off the course on this, it just stops you dead.
Yeah, it does. All that sand, it grabs hold of you.
Yeah.
Sliding around a little bit, or what happened?
No, he was just making a movement, and I hit the replay back since we went too far back.
Okay.
We're live now back here at Tango in the lead with Captain Ward's close behind him, not too close.
Curtis is hanging right with Jay here.
Yeah, those guys were battling it out for a little while there.
Yeah.
Probably the better part of at least half the race. I mean, once Curtis got past him, it was game on for him.
Yeah. I've been really impressed with Dave, you know. He's put his time in and really smoothed out his lines and did really well.
Yeah, as one of the newcomers in the group, he's improved vastly in the past few months.
Yeah.
Good to see him partake in the Porsche Cup race.
Yep.
Squint's trying to make a move on him right here.
Goes on the inside. Gets a clean pass.
There he goes.
Makes the corner stick, so he's good. Humphrey in his crayon car.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. I'm glad we can joke and have fun with stuff like that.
That's right.
Keeps things interesting. We got Jay and Curtis and Squints all bundled up together here. Angle stretching the lead out a bit.
Yeah, he ended up turning a couple good solid laps there. Was getting ahead of you.
Humphrey's still in fourth. He's got some angry Porsches behind him.
Angry Porsches is probably a good thing to say, because that's about what they were.
Yeah. They can be a handful.
Tight battle here for 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th for that matter. Squints as well. Squints got into Tank or into Curtis a little bit. Yeah, a little bumping going on there. Crazy, just fighting for position, no damages. The Crayo that kills me. If only he made it look like the drawing that he had on Discord.
Yeah, that would have been great.
There's a car with a bunch of scribbles everywhere.
Squint's looking at the inside corner of Curtis there for a second.
Yeah, he's trying to work on him.
Yeah, that's a tight group right there, those three.
Yes, it is. You notice Squints is a little bit faster than the three of them, so he's trying to bide his time and get past him. Passing this track is pretty difficult. I mean, you think
it is.
You think it's pretty good because it's so wide, but that's not the case. It makes him move right out of the inside. Not into the hairpin. This uphill blind corner. He's holding his line. That's a tough turn to pass that right there, man. Real tough turn.
Yeah. Ooh, a little bump there from Curtis to Jay. Squints ended up on the outside of it and got in the grass a little bit, but saved it. Did all right.
Yep. Which allowed Dave to get reel him in a little bit.
Yeah.
He's too battling out. This is what happens. Guy behind him goes, "You keep battling out. I'm just gonna reel you in."
Is Curtis going to get him here? Yeah, Curtis gets around him.
Squint's got himself a penalty too.
Oh man.
He shortchanged that last corner there, a little chicane before the main straightaway.
Oh, Jay passed him right back going into turn one.
Yep.
I've reeled Tango back in a little bit here.
Yeah, let's get back up to the front and see what's going on. Tango's still in the lead.
Yeah, he's still got a little bit of space there, but closed it a little bit.
Points in time where I was catching you, which was weird because I'm like, I'm catching weird because you're faster than me, but I'll take it for what it's worth.
Well, I was trying to be really conservative here and just take it easy with my tires and save fuel.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping that would pay off later, which it did, because that's what happened. He was on the super softs, and they wear a little faster, and I ended up having a little better grip later in the run than he did. But still didn't work out when we come out of the pits. Of course, if I had a little damage going into pits.
We won't talk about that.
It happens.
Yeah, but my mild brain fart, which we will see here in about 2-3 laps.
Yeah.
What happened? That was at 10 or was it on 11? One of the two.
I want to say it's 11, but I'm not for sure. I was thinking I know Tango fuel-wise, I'm pretty sure he could have gone further fuel-wise, but I think he went in because of tires. And I just had made up my mind I was going to go in when he did. I could have stayed out because I had more fuel and better tires. But I thought, well, rather than risk it, I'll just get fresh tires and fill up and we'll go.
That's right. My strategy was I'm pitting when you guys are pitting.
Yeah.
Because I could make it last. I had a pretty good amount of fuel economy. You know, that you could save the tires where it wasn't shot, if you will, by 10, 11 laps. I could still make decent times and maintain decent times. And my, like I said, my fuel was right on par with you folks. And I just pit when you guys pit. Stay on your strategy.
Yeah.
Because I knew I wasn't going to be in a lead, so I could just follow you guys around the track. I'm happy with the podium. As you can see, I'm in 3rd place now.
Yeah.
Would have been happy to finish there. I already got further to the field here. I got Humphrey still in 4th, Curtis in 5th, got around Jay. Both him and Squid's got around Jay. Jack's chilling out in 9th place. He didn't get a lot of practice in Jack's.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for him to find practice time sometimes, I think.
He's got his Canadian and U.S. livery on that thing. He's done such a nice job with liveries.
Oh, it's unbelievable what he can do with those liveries. Well, some good side-by-side racing there between Murphy and Curtis. Squints has snuck in there. Can they keep it clean? A little bump there.
And Squints gets through the middle of them. Oh,
yeah, he does. He took advantage of that.
Yeah, he did. Saw that door and took it. See, I'll take those 2 spots.
Oh, Curtis takes it right back.
Yep. I'll tell you somebody who's definitely improved since the beginning of him being here is Curtis. He's definitely he's patience. He's definitely learning patience. He could use a little bit more in certain situations, but he's fast. Very consistent, very fast.
And very good with his fuel and tires.
Yeah, smooth. It's like a word junior.
Well, you know, I said a while back, it's everything's catching up. Everybody's getting faster, and you know, it was used to be easy to win races, and now it's not. So
yeah. You know, and I've said it too. You can look at who puts the time in and see who's improved and who hasn't improved. You know, if you're sitting in a seat and you're out there making laps and you know putting in the time, you're obviously getting better. And you're right. It's not as easy for you to just walk away and catch a win.
Yeah.
You know, most of us are within it. We're still winning, but most of us are closer.
Well, it used to, you'd put several people a lap or two down in a race, and now a lot of races nobody's a lap down, everybody's on the lead lap. So the whole field is genuinely gotten faster, and I still put in my time. I've always tried to put in 2 to 3 hours a night, and in the last 6 months to a year, I've not done it every night like I used to, but for the most part I do. It's probably 5 to 6 nights a week I'm putting in 2 or 3 hours of practice and tuning, and everybody's still catching up, which is what we want. We want people to get caught up, and it makes for exciting racing, and for both for the drivers and for the stream. So we definitely want that.
Definitely. Makes it a lot more fun too when you're not. Jesus, this guy is, the same person, same 2-3 people keep grabbing podiums. It's like, I actually have a chance.
And as they say, iron sharpens iron. So, if we're all up there battling with each other and pushing each other, then it's going to show, because we're all going to get better because of it.
Yep. Oh, Curtis, little bobble there in the hairpin.
Yeah. Yeah, Squint's a little fishtail too. He's getting a little loose, both of them. To look at the difference between Squint's and Curtis's tires, though. Squint's has still got a ways to go to get to where he can not have the wear on his tires.
Yeah, he was pushing really hard because he obviously wanted to be up there in the top 3, battling with you and Tango, and obviously his little off excursion that he had put him on a back burner, which obviously he had to push a lot harder to get even to 4th place for that matter.
Right.
But he's got a long way to go to catch up to me, though. I mean, the 3 of us had kind of just checked out, myself, you, and Tango. We just kind of walked away. Constant, consecutive laps. If you look at my lap times, I was hitting 43s and a couple 44s as the tires get warm, but and you're running 44s and 43s. Most of your laps are 44s, but you're consecutively, even your 43s are high. You had high 43s and low 44s.
Yeah.
And Tango's the same way.
I ran a 42 something in practice several times, but that was really just pushing hard, and I knew I wasn't going to do that in the race, so I just settled in and tried to stay 43s and low 44s as much as possible. But even I don't care, when the tires get wore, the tires get wore. And you can't help that. Plus, you following somebody, I've caught Tango and I'm riding with him, and you just don't have the bite when you're in somebody's draft going around those corners like that,
No, that's one of the interesting things about the GranTurismo is they do have that aspect when you're behind somebody, the arrow wash, if you will, where you don't have the downforce that you would if you're out there by yourself.
Right.
Which is pretty cool because it does add a different element to the game as you try to push harder to get up to somebody which you can't pass because you just ain't got the grip level.
Exactly. And it makes it difficult to set up a pass coming out of a corner, especially when you're all in the same car. And, let's face it, the Tango can tune very well. Squints can, you can, I can, Curtis can. Others, are getting their tunes down better and better. So, there's only so much you can do to get a car stable and get it to turn, and the rest of it's up to the driver. But you just got to do what you can when you can, and you're in a same car trying to set up that pass, getting that extra little push of speed coming out of the corner so you can get around them in a straight is difficult.
It is definitely difficult, especially when you're capped at the horsepower too.
Yeah.
This particular car is capped at 500, so you're limited to, having that little extra oomph to get out of the corner. Yes, the other person may go maximum horsepower, the other person can still have that much power, but the ability to handle that much more power, adding another 150, 200 horsepower into these cars, is another element that makes the car more difficult to drive. These are pretty easy to drive. They're not like dumb to drive at 500 horsepower, but there's enough there that you can really work with it and make it to your benefit or a loss. And like I said, the 500 horsepower is a good number to run at.
Yeah, it is. And because I had more trouble with these cars. Yep. And I had more trouble with my car getting the push out of it. It was such a fine line. I'd get the push out of it, but then it would over-rotate. And then it was just such a fine line between where I wanted it to be and where it was. And I couldn't really get it to that line. I had to leave a little push in it because the over-rotating just wasn't going to get it.
Yep. Oh,
we pitted on lap 12 here.
Yep. Yeah, we pitted on lap 12, and it looks like Cone and Ward have damage. I don't know what happened there.
Just magically appeared.
Yeah, apparently somebody in third place got a little overzealous on the entry to the pit lane and ate the back of Ward's bumper.
They thought they could ride in there with no brakes, is what they thought.
I'll be honest with you. What happened there was running on ACC. If you get into the pits, it's one of the glitches that game has, is you can drive over somebody in pit lane.
Oh,
and
really?
I was playing ACC not a lot, but enough beforehand that I actually thought that. I don't know why I thought that, but I'll just drive right through them. I'll try and gain a position in the pits, and it just did not work out that well at all. It kind of screwed us both.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't too bad. Like I said, it was a little bit of damage in the front, a little bit of damage in the back. I think it was like 3 seconds worth of repairs. It wasn't the end of the world, but.
Well, probably what I should have done is just ran my conservative race here until we got about 6 or 7 laps out of the pits, and then started pushing a little bit, because that would have put me closer to Tango sooner, and if I remember right, towards the end there, I was pushing a little harder to try to catch him and couldn't, and that's what caused me to make the mistake I did. So if I'd have gotten to where I was closer to him sooner, then I could have relaxed a little bit and hopefully, been able to give him a run for the finish. But as it turned out, I went off track and got in the stand and got back on track before anybody got close to me. But it was still frustrating to do that and not be able to give him a little bit of a challenge. I would have liked to have done that, but it would have been fun.
Oh yeah. Always fun to try and push somebody the last couple of laps and battle for the lead to get the win, or even any position for that matter. You're like, oh, I'm going to get you. I'm so close. Let me get a little bit more out of this corner.
Yep.
And push a little too hard and make mistakes.
Yeah.
Hit the wall and get damaged and not get past. It was. I tell you, this race was a lot of fun, though. You can see the battles going on. I mean, right now we're pretty spread out. oh my God, Squints just caught like major error. Oh, he's got the glitch. He's got the glitch issue. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I switched over just in time. Now, I was looking to see, because I knew at one point after that stop he was in the running. I mean, he could have, a few breaks here and there, could have been right up there in the third or second spot, running for either one of them. And I was just kind of wanting to go back here and watch for a little bit and see what happens that he wasn't able to.
Yeah, because I was as I'm running again in third place, I'm like, Squints is in fourth. I says, well, there goes third place, because he's going to catch me, because Squints is clearly faster than me. He always has been, and no matter how hard I try, if I push harder, I'm just going to end up losing time. So I'm just going to run my race, run my pace, and stay where I'm at, and we're going to find out where, let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
And I was just, like I said, I was watching the rearview mirror, like, he's getting closer. He's getting closer. He's getting closer. He's like literally chewing at this point. I think he was chewing like 2 to 3 tenths of a lap off of me, which is huge. And I figured he's going to catch me within 5-6 laps. And then, sadly enough, as we're going to witness here, he goes bye-bye. With the internet issue, which is unfortunately one of the downsides of online racing, is every now and then you have yourself a little bit of a glitch. But I mean, everybody knows he's fast. I think if he had stayed solid in a race, he'd have been right there with you two. I mean, battling for the lead for the whole race.
Oh yeah.
All day long. Because all you do is get past me, and there wasn't, after the first pit stop, there wasn't that much of a gap between. Even right now as we're looking at it, first to fourth, I think there probably was maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds of gap.
Yeah.
Which isn't a lot. It seems like a lot, but it's not.
Well, he's probably 2 to 3 seconds from you right now. So Tango at this point, I'm pretty sure, is 2-3 seconds, maybe 4 above me. So yeah, Squints is definitely within 7 seconds of the lead.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. The way he can shoot time off in the lap, he can reel that in pretty quick usually.
Yeah. I mean, even Curtis, with his Canadian tuxedo here, he was making up ground.
Yeah.
He was probably, I would say, between the lead, might have been 10 seconds between Tango and him at this point. Because I remember there was, I think by the third stint, I think there was 12 or 13 seconds between first and third, and he was behind me by probably 5 or 6 seconds, which wasn't that much. It was, but it wasn't. I could be wrong. Of course, watching this, sadly enough, on the replay, I don't have the times between, the gap between each position.
Right.
Which makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm trying to base it off of memory.
Well, and I was kind of watching like the person in front, and then letting them hit a spot and then counting it off for the next car. You can kind of get an idea of where they're at.
Right.
It's not accurate, but it's close,
It gives you a general idea.
I'm about
a little bit of a jump here and there, a little side-to-side motion. You can see the glitching starting. Starting at lap 17. And you look down the front straightaway, and the top 5 are on the front straightaway at the same time.
Yeah.
Tango's just entering turn 1, and Curtis is just coming out of the last turn. Whatever number that is. 56, I think, 78, how many other turns is Whose idea was it to pick this track anyways?
I don't know. The guy must have been crazy.
Right? It's a fun track. It's technical. That's the reason why I picked it. I wanted a technical track that I'm not that familiar with and I'm not that good at. Whether it bit me in the ass or not, who knows? But I know some of you guys that race in a group are much better at this track than I was.
Yeah.
And it was something that the group normally doesn't run on.
Exactly.
And that was kind of where I was leaning towards. I want to pick the same old, same old, same. And I wanted a real world track.
Yeah.
So this is what I ended up with. So that's my decision.
I like different choices like that, and I like the challenge of it. And, you know, as much as I don't like the Porsches, I still like the challenge of them. And so, you know, it was definitely a lot of fun from beginning to end. And it's, the Porsches are great cars. They're fast.
Yeah.
I struggle with getting comfortable in them. That's if I can get in a car and I'm comfortable with it, I feel comfortable in it, I can go like gangbusters. If I don't feel comfortable, I struggle with it. You know, it's the same as anybody else would. And some people get in these Porsches and they're like, I love this. You know, they're comfortable with it.
Yeah. That whole mid-engine rear drive thing is a learning experience.
It is.
But in the same token, once you get like you said, once you get used to it,
yeah,
I think you get the setup on these cars that they handle really good.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting it set up. You put this thing in right out of the box trim, and they're just dumb to drive.
Yeah.
Like they're almost uncontrollable, especially full horsepower. You just max everything out. It's like these cars are just junk. You don't want to drive them. When you tame them down, and I thought about going 550 horsepower because the real Porsche Super Cups are at 550 horsepower, and I thought about bumping it up to that, but I was like, I already said it 500. But the 500 horsepower makes them again fast and fun, but tameable.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about Ram keeps coming around on me is because this car is just a POS and I hate driving it. Put a good tune under it, man. You can make laps, and pretty much everybody, if you look, most of the lap times are right around the same. Pretty soon, 43s, 44s. It's a matter of the consistency of most of us, but I mean, everybody was turning the same lap times. 43s and 44s is their best laps. Right now, Tango's got himself a little bit of a gap there.
Yeah, I would say, other than when I went off track and at the end of the race, he had that gap. This is his best gap in the race, right through this area, right through this time period. But, I reeled him in, son, was reeling him in every lap at the end until I went off track. But
I think I remember when you went off track, I was like, oh, maybe I can get closer. By that time, I think you guys had like 6 or 7 seconds or 8 seconds worth of a gap between myself and the both of you, and you were within at least a couple seconds of him. I mean, I'm sure you can see his bumper, but when you came off, I'm like, I'm getting closer. So you're saying there's a chance?
Well, if I remember right, I caught it pretty good before it went off, so I got most of it shut down, most of the car shut down, if I remember right. But I still had to fight to get it on track and stay straight. You know how it is. You get the tires dirty and you're frustrated and you're mad at yourself for going off track, and then you hit the gas too much. Next thing you know, you're spinning out again. So I had to be careful of that.
That's the worst thing when you come off of the track and get back on and there's just no grip.
Yeah.
And then the car starts doing donuts. So annoying. Squints into the pits. You got himself a little front end damage.
Oh, and I missed it.
Yeah, so did I. I don't know when it happened. I say I can go back and replay it, but I don't know when it happened. But he's got a little right front damage. Front end, so that was the one. I think that's what really put him back.
Yeah, I'm going back and looking at it. It's him and Curtis. They're right next to each other. Oh no, he's already got the damage at this one. I'm wrong. Oh, there it is. Yeah, going to, you know, that tight left-hander where you go down the hill and it turns to the right twice. He got off in the grass there and it kicked the rear and kicked out, and he went into the inside guardrail and hit the guardrail. That's where the damage came from.
It's the same place that I ate the wall with 3 minutes left in the race. I got the same damage. The car was undrivable. Just terrible. Steering wheel shaking. Couldn't get over 120 mile an hour. It's bad.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll show you. Trust me.
Who are you watching right now?
I am on the leader of the pack of the race, Mr. Tango.
And where's he at? I think I may have skipped forward too much.
He is on the front straightaway. Just now doing to lap 21, starting lap 21.
Okay.
You're comfortably in second. I am comfortably in third. And Curtis is comfortably in fourth. Yes, pretty much everybody's just kind of their own little gap here. But when Squints came out, he was behind Jay, reeling him in.
You at the 36 and 10 second mark?
35.50.
Oh. Okay, got it. Now I'm with
you. I guess the joys of watching it on a replay, if you will. So
yes.
You could back up and see the damage that had occurred. I would have loved to have done this live, but none of us could have raced and done this live.
No, exactly. Exactly.
Well, we could have, but all you would have saw was just a one view, which is kind of not fun.
Yeah. As far as putting it out there on YouTube, this would be definitely a better way to do it.
Yeah.
If you can't, if you can't do it live, that is.
Right. Watching Squints and Jay battle it out here. 5th place. That didn't take too long. Jay must have went off course and Squints done rolled right past him. And now he sets his sight on Curtis, which is quite the feat because Curtis is now rounding into turn 1 and Squints is, hang on, hold on, coming through the last chicane now onto the front straightaway, so he's got quite the lead on him. Oh, Curtis got the spun out and hit the wall. Tight hairpin caught right front damage and front end damage.
Oh, and he almost went off again there.
Rewind here and back and check that out. Operator was coming down into turn 2. Yep, bit it, hit the wall just ever so slightly. Alright, back to live, if you will. Where are you on the timer? You're 38.
39.16. Angle's going down the front stretch. Just went under the bridge right next to the Well, he's going into turn 1 right now.
Tango into turn 1. I'm at 39:30.
Yeah, I'm probably about 6 or 7 seconds ahead there.
This Tango's going through the hairpin currently with a lot of people in the pits. You got Jay in the pits, you got Squints just exiting.
I'm only
Curtis
showing
exiting.
Curtis in the pits. So I think my timer and your timer is different. That's what it looks like. Because now I'm just showing everybody in the pits.
Okay.
I'm behind you. I'm gonna go ahead and bump forward a little bit and see.
Number 48, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, our times are off. Or different, I should say.
Yeah. It's like a Tango in front straight right now. Just crossed the start finish line.
Lap 23?
24. 24.
Yeah. Okay.
With you closely behind him.
Are you hitting the first corner right now?
Second corner.
Okay.
I'm entering the pits.
Okay. Alright, now I'm on the same page as you as far as the replay is concerned. I've got it. So.
Stop fast forwarding and rewinding.
I think we better.
Well, I got out of the pits and I don't have any damage, so that's a plus. Took a full tank of fuel, which I believe set me off to the end where I didn't need to pit again. I believe.
And this is where I made a mistake also about this race. I did not figure how much fuel I needed for a lap run. You know what I mean? To know how much to put at the end, because I know I didn't need a full tank, and I guesstimated what I would need, and I still put too much in. Could have gotten in and out of the pits quicker if I'd have put the correct amount in.
I hate it when it happens.
Yeah. I just didn't take the time to figure it out, you know. I'm gonna have to change that thought.
You have to yell at the engineers and your pit strategy guy.
Exactly.
You're fired.
Telling you, the job's on the line if you didn't do a better job.
Oh, it looks like you're about to make a pass for the lead, going into turn 1.
I thought about it. He's guarding the inside, and I decided to just cruise behind him.
You did a good block right there.
Yeah, my tires were better than his, but I was still getting a little squirrely.
He was definitely on his last lap here. Fuel light flashing. Tires are way more beat than yours.
And he does a really good job handling it.
Yeah. If he keeps his head in the game. Like I said, I was banking on that, him having a brain fart. Clearly did not work out that into my favor.
Yeah. Or mine.
Yeah.
It definitely worked in his favor.
Sure did.
Because I was the one with the brain fart.
And Squid's still chilling there in 5th place, or 4th place, excuse me. Curtis right behind him. Not too far, probably a couple seconds behind him. Right now. Tango got them super softs. That's why he went through tires a little bit faster than you, because he was on super softs, but he made it work.
Yeah, he did.
I couldn't get him to work. I mean, even even on a short stint, my lap times weren't any better than if I was on the soft. So I said, hell, I just ran softs the whole time. I don't know if that's necessarily a setup thing or just a driving style thing.
And I took way too much fuel. Took more fuel than he did, and I had more fuel going into the pit, so...
Yeah, your strategist should be fired.
Yeah.
Take him out back and beat him with rubber hose.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely got time off without pay, that's for sure.
Time off without pay. Week suspension. 26 laps in. Feels pretty well spread out at this point between pit stops and mistakes. And,
yeah.
I mean, other than you two, just don't count. You and Tank, what are you doing? Guys don't count. Another thing I regret is making that one mistake, which cost me. I mean, not only the mistake entering the pits, that was the first one, and I did another mistake which cost me several seconds. In the middle of the second stint, hence the reason why I'm so far behind you two now. Because the first stint I was most in, and half the second stint I was right there, right behind you guys. And once I made that mistake, I was like, that's it. Now it's just survival mode, stay in third place.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in hell I'm catching you two unless if you guys battle it out and bang into each other and wipe out. I never saw that happening.
And he's on those supers, and
Yup.
I knew he would pull on me here. I was just trying to stay as close to him as I could in hopes that he would fade a little bit in the end. And I think he was a little bit, but I faded too right on off the track.
I honestly think the biggest gap that you guys had between each other was probably 2 seconds at most, the whole race.
No, it was more like 4 or 5, maybe 6 at one point. And that second fuel stint, he got out quite a ways, got quite a bit more then than he did the first round. And that first stint, yeah, we was probably no more than 4 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that. But that second stint, he definitely got out ahead of me a little further. Then I reeled him back in. I think, if I remember right, he may have made a little mistake a time or two, which helped me, catch up to him. But I know also his tires were getting slick, so he was having to slow down.
Yeah, he drove a pretty stellar race, though. Not gonna lie.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
Damn near mistake-free.
Yeah, and I think any mistake he did have was a little bobble, basically. It wasn't much more than that, if it was, I have to go back and watch him non-stop to know for sure. But
Yeah, to catch that one oops.
yeah. That's what, that's really makes a difference when you can do that,
Ride on the inside with Tango on this track. Steering into a turn. Just catch right up the squints. Curtis put himself into the zone. Just started cranking out a bunch of hot laps. His lap times lap 23 all the way up to 28 or 143s, mid 143s. Pretty consistent.
Yeah, very consistent.
Curtis got a little loose there. A little loose in that blind left-hand turn. Hairpin. Corner can really suck.
Yeah.
Don't hit it right, man. You're in all sorts of problems. Around this track of my cockpit view.
And what?
Running a cockpit view in my car. There's nobody ahead of me and nobody behind me. There's the mistake. That blind left-hand turn, hairpin. Went too deep into the corner and shot the thing into the gravel. The thing cost me another 6 or 7 seconds. This hour-long race was killing me. Keep my brain focused and everything else and not cramping up or going numb. Of course now I spun out, so now I'm upset. So I'm gonna drive it extra hard, make more mistakes because, you know, mistakes breed mistakes.
Yep.
You know, it was
that they do.
9 seconds. That cost me 9 seconds. And a 143 on lap 29 and a 152.9 on lap 30. It's so bad. Squints into the pits again with right front damage and front end damage. Splash of fuel, and off he goes. I think about 5 minutes left, 4 or 5 minutes left of the race.
Yeah, about that.
Jay out there holding his own fifth. And Squints is off course again. Into the wall. And that was the internet. Lap 30 definitely got a little bit of a gap on you now. You're at 42.
Yeah, about 3.5, 4 seconds. We're getting close to the point where I mess up. Can't remember what lap it was on.
Yeah, I'm about the same boat here.
If this is the lap, it's coming up on this one section here. Right here.
Right there.
There it is.
Yep, off of the gravel you go. That's what did you in.
Yep.
He's like, yep. Well, second place, it is what it is, unless if he makes a major mistake.
Yeah, that's all you can hope for then. But at that same token, I wouldn't want him to, you know. He ran a great race up to that point, so I'd have hated if he had that happen.
Exactly. I'm running clean and solid every single lap. I mean, look at his lap times. All 143s there's all 42 sitting there from when he came out of the pits, but
yeah.
I mean, even.
See, mine are close to his, but they're still a tenth or two off almost every lap.
Yep.
Yeah, 49.5 because I went off.
Oh, there's my off. Bam. I'll put one tire into the dirt, and that's all she wrote. Right front damage.
And here comes Curtis.
And here comes Curtis. Right on my back bumper. Just like that.
You're fighting the damage and fighting slick tires and fighting Curtis. And
Fighting everything, man. Fighting my brain. Look at him. Like,
and
no, stop.
He's smelling blood at this point.
He is. That's what he said. He was a shark. I think he sent me a message on Messenger. Like the baby shark. Like, come on, man. I smell blood. Yeah. He ran a solid race though. And didn't make too many mistakes. We made a couple mistakes, but obviously my mistakes were a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hence the last 2 laps. The fight and the struggle. I'm like, I should just pit. I'm like, no. I'm gonna hold him off. He's not gonna do it. I'm gonna hold him off. Then I'm like, no, he's gonna get me here on a straightaway.
If he'd have pitted, he'd have got you. If he'd have stayed out, he got you. Might as well stay out and race because there's nobody behind him.
Yep. And I let him go. I wasn't gonna fight him. He passed me on a straightaway because I had no straightaway speed.
Yep.
So I said, well, it is what it is, man. Just have at it. Tell you. Hope that he makes mistakes, so I stayed behind him. I was fighting though. That ill-handling, shaking car. I was just giving it all it had. I won't pass him. I know it. I'm gonna pass him.
Yeah, sometimes you get that front end damage and it's not too bad. You can still fight with the car, but man, there's sometimes you get it and it's just not, you can't do anything with it.
I couldn't. The car was useless. I had lap 30, I spun out. Lap 33, I spun out. And that's why I lost 3rd place. I was in 3rd place for a lot of the race. I didn't catch the win. Tango caught the W. You got 2nd place. Too busy watching mine and Curtis's battle there. And then Curtis comes around, gets 3rd.
Yeah. You got it for worse. Jay for 5th.
Making his mark on the last bend. He just barely had enough fuel. Look at him go.
Yeah.
Let's see if he does a
Fuel
spin.
and tire.
Didn't do a spin through the finish line. We got a battle between Humphrey and Dave.
Well, Dave's tires are in a lot better shape and more fuel.
Yeah, Humphrey's got that front end damage he was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So the battle, the finish line was super close. Look at this, look at this. Ah, he held him off too. It was great.
All right. That was a good race.
It was a good
A lot
race.
of fun.
Yep.
A lot of fun.
And that replay is over to the main screen. Well, appreciate the help with the commentary, and
absolutely, anytime we can, man, anytime.
Hopefully, we'll have another event. I might do another one of these probably after your Daytona race.
Okay.
Which we'll have to repeat this process for the Daytona race.
Right. Right. Maybe we can pump that one out a little quicker if we've got the time.
Yeah.
It just was a bad timing on this with the holidays and everything.
Oh, yeah. But that's all right, though. Managed to squeeze out a good commentary.
Yep.
And on that note, I'm going to end this broadcast.